Hi everyone, welcome to Reading the Signs Tarot. This is going to be a card reading for Aries season for all the signs because Aries season is upon us. Most of us are in quarantine, and what is better to do in quarantine than do some tarot readings and some astrology? I can't think of anything better. Introverts unite. So Aries season is actually not an introverted season. So for all the Aries that are celebrating their birthdays in quarantine, without social interaction, without a big party, I am with you. I am so sorry. What a time for that to be. But listen, it is a time where everyone's feeling more connected. Saturn moved into Aquarius today. If you're born between 1991 and 1993, you're probably just starting your Saturn return. I know I am. And it's going to be a very transformational time for the world. I've been looking forward to Saturn in Aquarius for a long time because I feel that Saturn in Aquarius is going to be such a beautiful follow-on from Saturn in Capricorn, but it's not going to be as intense. It's definitely going to unite people more. People are going to understand what it actually means to be humanitarian rather than being so disconnected. And the reason that I think we're all in quarantine at the minute is because Saturn is trying to teach us what it really means to be connected. Aquarius is a sign that is social yet distant. I have a post on this on my Instagram page. It's going to be linked below, but Saturn is indeed in Aquarius as a time where we can all fully understand and appreciate each other, and nothing really makes the heart grow fonder than absence. So use this time to really evaluate how much you want to be part of something, what it is that you want to be part of. Saturn and Aquarius would like you to understand where you are unique, yet where you are also like everybody else, and what connects us is much stronger than what separates us. So let's get into this. We're going to start off with Aries. Happy birthday. What Aries season means for you at this time. Oh, a birthday wish. The star. Beautiful. So again, Saturn moving into Aquarius is going to be very interesting for you because Aquarius energy is where your friendships are. So for Saturn to move into Aquarius means that you're going to learn quite a lot about your friendships and the Aquarian energy. Saturn in Aquarius is not necessarily going to be as restrictive as it's felt in Capricorn, very intense there, making close bonds with Pluto and the like. But for you, Aries, with Saturn moving into Aquarius, this season, you're instantly going to feel a bit more hopeful of the world in general, a bit more hopeful about your future, hopeful about life. You're going to be a positive beacon of hope in other people's lives. When I say the star, I often think of it as, you know, in Pinocchio, in that song, When You Wish Upon a Star, that one, makes no difference where you are. Anything your heart desires will come to you. So it doesn't matter where you are. It doesn't matter if you're home alone or isolated. You can really focus on manifesting something in your life that you want. Your birthday wish is going to be very important. The new moon in your sign on the 24th, Aries, it makes an interesting alignment to Saturn, a positive, harmonious one, meaning that whatever it is that you wish for on your birthday, especially if you're March 24th, give or take a couple of days either side, but for all Aries in general, make this time a moment where you really take a second to think about what it is that you most want in the world right now. No matter how far reaching it may seem, no matter how unavailable it may seem, it's a lot closer to you than you think. So Taurus, let's see what's going on for you in Aries season. Very psychic energy for Taurus, actually. You're probably going down the route of being a bit more metaphysical. Really thinking, oh, you got two people. You got a King of Cups and you got a Queen of Wands. That's an interesting dynamic. The King of Cups being someone who's so intuitive, so sensitive, so compassionate, so loving. The Queen of Wands, who is someone who's so passionate, so confident, and so driven. And you can embody both these energies. You may be dealing in your life with yin and yang personalities, possibly your parents, but realizing that in order to have an emotionally fulfilling relationship or attract an emotionally fulfilling relationship during Aries season, you're going to have to really get in touch with your intuition as well as your confidence. Venus is still in your sign until April, And with your ruler Venus being in your sign, Taurus, it's really asking you to love yourself and appreciate what it is that makes you special. The Queen of Wands is a very confident energy. And if you're looking for a partner, or if you're looking for friendships or whatever it is, I think you're looking for it in the form of a King of Cups personality. Could be a Scorpio, could be a Pisces, could be a Cancer, but for the most part, Taurus, I think you're looking for a deeper emotional connection with somebody. And in order to have that, I think you need to embody this Queen of Wands energy. On the flip side, if you're looking to attract a Queen of Wands energy, someone who's maybe a fire sign, an Aries, a Leo, Sagittarius, you really need to embody the more sentimental, sweet qualities that you possess. So Taurus, when I see these two aligned, it's really focusing in Aries season on what sets your heart on fire. King of Cups would be the heart, Queen of Wands would be the fire. What it is that sets your heart on fire. And the sunflower, in case you don't notice in the back, it's all about childlike, hopeful, positive energy. Things that you really need to embody during this Aries season in order to progress forward. We are leading up to Taurus season. And leading up to Taurus season is going to be for you evaluating your dreams, your subconscious, and maybe hitting a couple of darker moments in terms of your emotional. And the way to work that out of your body is still to stay active, no matter where it is. Stay active, stay positive, stay focused, and stay driven, and keep your confidence high. If you're finding that being away from other people is making you realize how much you rely on external validation, that you're doing a good job, that you're a great person, that you're lovable, etc., you really need to do some inner work and see, Taurus, that you are lovable regardless of who's watching. Gemini in Aries season. Ooh. Well, there's your energy, the Magician. You guys have got two cards like Taurus. Two of Swords and the Magician. You're really feeling the restrictions in place, Gemini, in Aries season, because Aries season is for you the 11th house of socializing and activities and communities. You're feeling a little bit indecisive about your power to make things happen. There's been something that I think you've been wanting to happen, or wanting to speak about, or someone you've wanted to speak to, or something you've wanted to get off the ground, or a life path, or something in your life that you've wanted to happen. And it's not meant to happen until you get in the right headspace about it. I feel like you're not quite in alignment with what it is that you want, or you have all these negative blocks in your mind. It's like you can't call me crazy, but it's like you can't emotionally connect with the idea of what it is that you want. So say, for example, you want to have a specific kind of income. It's almost as if you're not quite feeling what it would be like to have that, or a partner. You can't feel what it would be like to have that. It's almost like you're blocking something off before it can happen. Something is definitely happening before or during your season, before your birthday time. At the minute with the Two of Swords, it's telling me that the next 2 months you have to really look at your blind spots. And Aries season in particular, you have to see where the limiting self-belief and self-talk is getting in the way of what it is that you want, because you are a fully equipped vessel to deal with what it is that you want, to have what you want, to make what you want happen. You can have the thing that you're looking to have. First and foremost, you can have that. But I feel like there has been some sort of time restriction. It's possibly Saturn sensitive, so do note if you are, in particular, a Gemini who is in their last couple of, if your Saturn return is just ending, if you're, say, 1989, 1990, you're really having a hard hit at your karmic lessons and what it is that you need to know. And I think you're finally getting a lesson that can set you free and set you up for something that is going to last a very long time. See the infinity symbol? If you could just get in tune with your thinking and see why maybe the timing has not been right and what it would take to make the timing right. And it's most likely to do with something going on in your head, something that you're blocking. Something that you're blocking off. So Gemini, you want this energy, something's going to manifest. It's just a matter of getting in touch with the way that you're thinking about it. Now Cancer in Aries season. Cancers in Aries season. Oh, okay. I'm going to take the Two of Cups. Two of Cups, Cancer energy. So a Saturn is leaving Capricorn, your partnership sector. Interesting that we get the Two of Cups just as that comes into being. You've learned a lot in the last 2 years, Cancer, about relationships, about how they work, about how you need to make them work, about what you contribute, about what you get from other people, the way you love, your love language. And all of this is leading to strengthen the romantic relationship currently in your life or bring one towards you. Believe it or not, love can still be found in global crises and pandemics, and even in isolation. We live in the internet, you don't know what could happen. And when I think about it as well, Cancer, Taurus is your 11th house of social media and the internet, and Venus is currently camped out there. So if you're looking to meet someone, you might have more success than usual online. Don't you think you could give it a go in this time? Certainly there seems to be a romantic relationship comes into play, but I think the hard knocks of Saturn in Capricorn, joining Pluto, and now you can get the effects of Jupiter being in your romantic sector, can only seek to strengthen your bonds. And if you're single, this is a very, very good omen. So, Leo, let's see what's going on for you in this Aries season. Leo. Oh, ooh, ooh. 9 of Cups, 6 of Pentacles. Your focus is a lot to do with money and security. Venus and Uranus are both in Taurus in your career sector, your 10th house of prestige, of public image, and you're really looking to get recognized for something you've contributed in. And maybe you're feeling a little bit frustrated at the minute that that's not currently in the pipeline, but it will be in Aries season. You're going to have your fire back. You're going to have your drive. After a couple of months there where there's very little fire energy, you're finally going to be feeling more confident when it comes to work. And if you're worried about a financial situation, the universe actually has your back here. You know, if you're one of those people that has had some sort of stress, financial stress, as most people have, you know, if you're self-employed, etc., with the current financial crisis, with the pandemic, I think there's actually some sort of guardian angel looking out for you that is going to make all of this much better. The 9 of Cups is very satisfying energy, and he also has, you see the redness in his hat? I always think that means that you have the energy, the activity up here to make this all manifest. And then we see this red cape here. I feel like you're the one who has the power to make big financial moves, or big financial moves are going to be made towards you. Interesting that, because we had the Virgo full moon in your financial sector giving you some sort of awareness. Whatever's happening at the minute is designed to teach you to be better about money. And I really do think you're going to have some very interesting moves here. So Aries season is really going to have you thinking a lot about your financial situation, and also figuring where you could maybe share a little bit of your lot when it comes to you with those that are more needy. Now, Virgo, what is going on for you in Aries season? Oh, this popped out first. I'm going to take this. Ooh, the Tower. Interesting. 8th house energy, the emotional intensity. You're looking to rebuild and restructure. I am going to clarify the Tower because I'm not just going to leave that for you. The Death card. And the Page of Pentacles, Virgo. Okay, so you're having a major restructuring. Saturn in your sector of fun has really been quite restrictive, and now I feel like you're finally cutting out the dead weight in your life and you're ready to start something over. For a lot of you, I see this as financial, career. There's possibly a decision that you want to make a move. There's a decision that you want to move away from your current job. You're having real emotional awakenings. You're having more understandings about who you are, what you want. That Page of Pentacles shows to me, Virgo, that no matter how much of an expert you are, I think you're willing to start over. I think you're willing to take a new perspective on your money, on your finances, and on your stress levels, and whether or not you're building something on false pretenses, whether or not you are building a career on something you don't actually want to do for the rest of your life. Saturn moving into Aquarius, your work sector is going to have you really restructuring the way that you give to your workplace. How much you give, why you give what you do, and I think a lot of you are finding that you're not fulfilled anymore. I think a lot of you are finding that you would like to try something else, or you would like to try something bigger, but to do the bigger thing, you're going to have to start over in terms of learning. I also think in terms of restructuring your emotional life in general, you're realizing how much you've maybe shied away from true emotional commitment in your relationships, and you're maybe seeing, Virgo, that you would actually like to have something more serious, and you're having to get rid of limiting attitudes of a childish mentality towards adult relationships or adult things. I think you're having a real Saturnian moment here, and I think that it's serving you well. I know that this looks like a scary thing, but look at the goldenness energy here. This is you feeling rejuvenated and feeling like a new person and feeling hopeful and expecting better than what you've been getting. And I think you've needed this moment. Okay, just checking the battery. Whew. So, Libra. Libra in Aries season. Libra in Aries season. Ooh, you also got a few cards. That's interesting. Sorry to the people that got one, but this happens. Okay. Something pretty karmic here. For a lot of Libras, you have a water sign on your mind, or possibly a Taurus, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. I think for a lot of you, you feel very out in the cold. This could possibly be because as a social sign, you're not getting the social activity that you need. But I think a lot of you are looking for, or are focused on, partnership or motherhood. A lot of you are focused on tending to your most intimate relationships, or for those of you that are lacking that, you're really assessing what it is that you want in a partner, much like Taurus. And I think with the World card, you are starting to see how there has been something karmic at play. Saturn is now moving into Aquarius, which is your 5th house of romance and creativity. And it is going to teach you a lot of lessons in terms of the love that you feel like you deserve, or the love that you've been giving. For a lot of you, you do seem to have a situation where you feel very out in the cold or at odds with someone that you would not like to be out on the cold with, or at odds with somebody. But honestly, I don't feel like there is a distinct lack of reciprocation here. I feel like there's something karmic. I think for a lot of you, you're dealing with a karmic love interest or a love relationship. And I think what it requires, Libra, is for you to get a bit more sentimental. Perhaps sentimental with the other person, perhaps sentimental with yourself, and perhaps a healthy dose of self-love will set you right back on track. If you're not feeling pretty, if you're not feeling worthy, if you're not feeling loved, I think you can rely on the water signs in your life to show you why you are. There is likely someone who currently or is coming in that thinks you are the world. There are people around you who love you very much and want to remind you of that. But until you've sorted out whatever this situation is, the 5 of Pentacles and the Empress, which is probably, in some cases, an apology, and for other cases, it is someone apologizing to you, you can finally have something a bit more emotionally mature. And I think in your relationships, you're ready to go a little bit deeper with people. And you're ready to get a little bit deeper with yourself rather than this superficial stuff that's leaving you feeling kind of unfulfilled. Aries season will do that for you. Partnership time. And now we're going to Scorpio. Scorpio in Aries season. What's going on for Scorpio in Aries season? Scorpio in Aries season. Scorpio in Aries season. Ooh. High Priestess vibes. Love it. I absolutely love it. So Pisces season is ongoing in many ways. For you, of course, Neptune and Mercury both remain in Pisces for the foreseeable, but look at this. Scorpio, you're feeling very in need of some changes. The High Priestess is such an interesting energy because she always suggests that something is hidden, something's not quite known yet, or something is not quite ready to be revealed, but Scorpio usually knows it anyway. And this is all about being receptive, receiving the messages that you receive, not blocking things off. You're having some real breakthroughs at the minute, Scorpio. The Aries new moon in your sector of habits connecting with Saturn moving into your sector of home, I think is showing you where some scars run a lot deeper or a lot further back than you realize. And in order to embody the High Priestess energy, you have to get into your dark side as well as your light side. And you're quite comfortable in the dark, but you don't want to get stuck there. Aries season is a time when you need to be quite forceful as a sign. But what the High Priestess is actually saying is that you need to be more receptive as well. You need to embody both energies, the dark and the light. And I'm going to draw an extra card because she's so mysterious. Okay. 9 of Wands. Such a mysterious energy. Perhaps you're being a bit defensive in terms of really letting people in. Let's not forget the High Priestess is indeed a guardian. She is guarding this door. All the beautiful fruit here. She's actually guarding things. And I think, Scorpio, with the 9 of Wands, you're very much guarding your heart or people that you let into your mind. Be less ashamed of the things that really interest you. Some of you are very psychic, very intuitive, and I've often found as a Scorpio who's quite psychic and intuitive that I have come across people who are accepting of it at the beginning and then want to make you doubt yourself. You're being asked that your own magic, your own mysticism, none of it should be doubted in Aries season, as you know, many of your Aries friends are they like to know what they see. You know, they are very much, I'll believe it when I see it people. Scorpio are kind of more I'll see it when I believe it people, you know, that side of the manifestation bracket. And I think you really have to stop blocking your magic. You have to stop blocking your interests. You can make amazing things happen and you can observe amazing truths in Aries season. You just have to let your guard down a little bit because your guard is actually highest up against yourself at the minute, Scorpio. And you really need to get a little bit softer with you. You have a dark side, you have a light side. You can embrace them both in Aries season. It will serve you very well. Now, Sagittarius in Aries season. Let's see what's going on for Sagittarius in Aries season. You should be loving this. Not loving the isolation part, but loving Aries vibes, feeling fresher. Oh, yes, of course you are. 9 of Cups. Okay. Things are lining up pretty nicely for you, Sagittarius. If you want something to happen, chances are you're going to make it happen. If you want a new job, if you want a new home, if you want a new relationship, you're going to be very good at manifesting. You just have to tap into that Jupiter energy that you possess. And as uncomfortable as you may feel about Jupiter being in Capricorn, your ruler being in Capricorn, you're also thinking, do you know what? I deserve things. This is the year that you can manifest a job with a better pay packet, the year that you can manifest your own business, the year that you can make yourself financially astute. Any setbacks at the minute are designed to push you towards what it is that you actually want. What is it that you want? Because this is a real wish fulfillment card. This is similar to Aries that got the star. This is really about focusing on the things that you like, but it's also careful what you wish for. Don't get greedy. Don't get shut off. Be generous with people that you love. Share your success. Share your optimism. You're probably the person keeping people afloat in your life in terms of optimism. There's so much yellow energy here because you are naturally an optimistic person. This is a good omen. Things are lining up as they should be. You've got nothing to fear but fear itself. So Capricorn, let's see Capricorn in Aries season. Saturn leaving your sign. Ooh. You're feeling the delays. This is not the way that you thought that Aries season was going to be. Join the club, but you're feeling the delays. Everything is being delayed at the minute, Capricorn, to set you up for spiritual awareness, to set you up for the changes that are coming. Neptune is a very interesting energy at the minute, Capricorn. It's in Pisces, it's in your friendship sector, it's in your wish fulfillment sector. And while you may feel like with Saturn being in your sign for the last couple of years, you've been getting stuff done, you're also noticing that maybe you could relax a little bit. Aries season for you is that 4th house energy of nesting, of being calm, of being present, and of being at home. It's a very appropriate thing. It's funny how Saturn is leaving Capricorn in Aries season, and for Capricorns, Aries season is the home, and we're all restricted to the home. I find it funny when the planets do little things like that. But you really need to take a breather. You need to stop trying to get everything done yesterday. I know you wanted things to be in a certain way, and I know that you've got them in some regards, and other things just aren't happening as quickly as you liked. Mars having been in your sign, and it will continue to be in your sign until the 31st of March, but onwards it will be in Aquarius, and you really need to. Especially on the 31st when Saturn and Mars meet, you really need to calm down. Like, you really need to slow down. Your ruler is going to ask you over the next couple of years not to put big financial decisions in play. not to spend frivolously, not to spend for other people. Saturn in Aquarius is a whole new saga that is not about flex culture. And you really need to sit for a minute and evaluate what it is that you've been thinking about the world, or thinking about your standing, or thinking about what you contribute or what you're worth. Capricorn, this is a season where you need to quite simply do nothing. As irritating as that sounds for the goat that wants to climb the mountain, you just have to rest for a minute. Don't worry, Taurus season, you're going to like it a lot. You're going to like it a lot. So, Aquarius, it's Aries season. Saturn's now in your sign. What's coming for Aquarius? Ooh. Ooh, Six of Cups. Saturn moves into your sign and suddenly everybody from the past comes crawling back, or wanting to talk, or wanting to connect with you, or you feel like you're connecting with someone that feels very much like home. Maybe some of you are realizing that now you kind of want the warm and fuzzy stuff. Maybe being in isolation has made you realize that you need a bit more of a deeper connection with people. You want to go a little bit deeper than you usually do in terms of your emotional relationships. Possibly someone from the past returns and wants a second chance. Possibly you're willing to give it. I'm actually going to clarify Aquarius because I'm so nosy and I'm so curious. Six of Cups for Aquarius. Oh, the World. Okay, yep, there's a karmic relationship at play here. And it is very much to do with Saturn, believe it or not. Saturn in Aquarius can feel a lot like coming home, because Saturn is at home in Aquarius. So this makes a lot of sense. The World card rules Saturn. You're connecting deeper with your family, with your roots. You want to know, maybe this isolation quarantine time is to really look back to your family history and really like evaluate where you come from, who you are, what your culture is, all these different things. Really get back to basics. But I do see the form of some kind of relationship in Aquarian's life, or in a relationship taking a deeper tone, where there is some sort of past life relationship or karmic relationship at play. You're feeling more at home in your own body. With Saturn moving into your sign, it's going to feel kind of surreal, but it's also going to feel a lot like it makes sense to you. It might not initially make sense to other people, but you're going to see where maybe you have become a little bit Six of Cups, stuck in your ways in terms of doing things, in terms particularly of how you relate to people around you. There's the global side of the world, and then there's also the home and community side of the Six of Cups. And your power over the next few years, Aquarius, is to unite the two. Quite magical, really. But maybe you have to unite it in your own life. Perhaps you're finding love with somebody online that's from a different country. That's kind of something that's coming up here, a relationship that could be from across the globe, or connecting deeper with someone who has a different set of values to yours, being open-minded that you are. I think it's quite magical, really. I like it a lot. Don't forget Mars moves into your sign on the 31st, and that's going to be a great time to start a partnership, believe it or not. Two of Wands just popped out as I said that, so it's really going to be a great time to start a partnership. So Pisces, let's see what's going on for you in Aries season. Oh hey, Queen of Swords. And just out of curiosity, I'm going to clarify the Queen of Swords. It's not coming out. Queen of Swords, Pisces energy. You guys are getting very, very, very clear. Oh, Star and the Hermit. You could be dealing with an Aquarius or a Virgo. You guys are getting very, 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 very clear on what it is that you expect from other people now. Getting quite tough, aren't you? You're starting to see your magic and your value and what it is that you can contribute, and also where your habits may not have been so helpful in having the relationships that you desired, having the career that you desired. You're seeing where you've maybe been a bit naive, or where you've been a bit pessimistic, either or. And I think Pisces, with the Hermit energy, this time alone is doing you some real good, because you're finding the answers, you're finding the hope, you're finding the perspective, and you're toughening up, yet being so beautifully optimistic about what it is that you can have. And if you don't feel optimistic just yet, Pisces, it will happen. Your season has given you some clarity, some perspective. You've learned a few things about yourself. You've seen a few things that you needed to see. You've understood the way that you're relating to other people, and might feel lonely at first for some Pisces, but interestingly enough, I feel like this is actually going to be quite a connected time, particularly on the internet, as always, for everybody else. But I think that Aries season is going to show you, Pisces, where your hope is, where some kind of wish is finally going to start to manifest, and it lies between you getting very clear on what you will and won't tolerate and you being able to be on your own. Being able to do the inner work, look inside, see what it is that really makes your eyes sparkle. What it is that makes your life sparkle. Is it an air sign? Is it an Aquarius, Libra, Gemini? Is it a Virgo? Is it, well, I said Aquarius. You're finally getting somewhere with this dream. And if you're already somewhere with the dream, with the things that you like, with the things that you have, if you're already feeling connected to it, maybe you're willing to see that some of it has indeed been, that had to be axed out of your life in the last few months. Maybe you are seeing that it was not inconducive with having the thing that you want. And now that it's gone, you can sit and mope about it, or you can make stuff happen. And you can make stuff happen a lot easier. If your goals, if your dreams live on the internet, you have no excuse but to use this time to manifest something beautiful. Whether it is online business, whether it is applying for something online, whether it's writing, whether it is singing, whether it's dancing, you have big success in that arena. And with Saturn moving into Aquarius, you're only going to become more aware of the metaphysical, of the spiritual, of the esoteric. Your answers lie within. Use this time wisely in Aries season to look within and see what you need to do in order to have this star moment. And even though you're toughening up and you're getting very clear in your boundaries, don't lose your magic. Don't lose your softness, your empathy. You can be tough and empathic at the same time. Tough and empathetic. You can be strong but vulnerable. And I feel like you really figure out what that means in Aries season. So, everyone, that was my Aries season pick a card, well, not pick a card, one card reading. Well, some of it was 2 cards, some of it was 3, depended on what came out. But that was my messages for all the signs. I love you all very much. Stay safe, stay happy, raise your vibration higher. Don't forget that viruses and low vibrational things are attracted to low vibrational energy. So stay positive, okay? Love you guys.